Tervepä terve, which means howdy ho. Today's band comes from Finland and it's a very new band. Started in 2017, this band already put out their first CD. And this one is called Cryogenocide, torn apart by two gravities. Now, before we actually get into this CD deeper into that, I'll just start unboxing and telling you a little bit of background. So, Altruistic Intestine, which acted for more than 10 years, was a Finnish-based death metal band from Turku, the city I live in. And this is actually kind of a continuation or spin-off or whatever to that band. The thing is, at least three guys exist in the very same band, and musically these bands are very close to each other. Meanwhile, Altruistic Intestine dealt with violence and all that brutality in the vein of Cannibal Corpse and whatnot. This is about space, sci-fi, and etc. science. So let's take a look. Here's the CD, which is actually a mini CD. And underneath the jewel case tray, we have this space image having this album name here. This is track list, obviously. So as you can see, only 3 tracks here, and released by Rock and Roll Rex. And cover images here, which kind of reminds me of TV series such as Babylon 5 and I don't know, Battlestar Galactica, whatever. So here we have this whole booklet. As you can see, back picture here, guys with beanies and whatnot. Finnish winter on the background, 4 guys, and they're recording information, and inside nothing else but more space and lyrics. So as you can see, it's pretty much space themed, sci-fi themed stuff, which is then again turned into a brutal death metal once again. So this is clear continuation to Altruistic Intestine, and like I said, it is very much related to bands like Cannibal Corpse and that kind of death metal. So somewhat technical and most definitely brutal, and kind of a fast tempo with, you know, lots of chugging riffs, low rolling vocals and random pig squeals here and there. So if you have been listening to kind of like a more brutal death metal since early 90s, you pretty much know what's going on here. This is another band which is, you know, trying to create something new in the terms of music when it comes to brutal death metal. Sci-fi put into this kind of music is not very typical, but then again, bands like Origin have been doing that already a long time ago, and of course there are other bands as well. Sci-fi, space, deep space exploration, all that stuff, and you know, these physical phenomena, all those are nothing new in the terms of death metal gone new paths, but not like I said, it's not violence, brutal gore and all that stuff all over again. So music wise, this is not so much a step forward from Altruistic Intestine's music, but kind of a more, I don't know if I can use polished here, but kind of a more honed version of the music. Those who are not familiar with the band, well, like I said, if you've been listening to Cannibal Corpse, you very well basically know the band style without getting more into it and actually give it a spin. If you are a fan of that kind of death metal, then this one is pretty surely your cup of tea. The only kind of a minus side, in my opinion, is that this band still lacks these kind of hooks, these kind of instant killer riffs. Then again, this brutal production, awesome vocals, and just the kind of a handshake between brutality and technicality is very well achieved. So this album is overall very well balanced in that respect. So death metal, being brutal, technical, that kind of depends whether this is your cup of tea or not. Those who are into it, most definitely check this one out. And if you don't like the genre at all, this won't change your head when it comes to this kind of music. Anyway, this is my opinion. Should you have any other views, comments or whatever, just leave your in the comment box below. And as always, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it so far. More reviews coming your way, and as always, keep it brutal, stay metal.